Yo, yo, what's good, guys? Jacob, your boy from New York. I am here in Virginia right now, whispering because I have a second cousin who is taking a nap in the second bedroom of this house, and some family members may be barging out of this door at some point in this video. Welcome to the family. So I got another email that I want to share with you guys. I'm going to read it real quick, and it talks about, the title of the email is Boredom, Goal Setting, and Purpose. Here we go, let's read it. So, I'm not going to name names again, but it says, hey, thank you so much for doing Sensophy. It says a couple nice things, and then he says, okay, my question. I've been experiencing a strange and sort of unbearable feeling lately. It feels like I'm lost, have no clue what I should be doing, nor where I'm heading for. I'm a university student at the moment, so when I'm in the dorms during the weekdays, this feeling is absent. There are always people around me. I have work to do, some studying, and I quite enjoy this time. I also dedicate my time for my hobbies, and it's nice. Okay, sounds good, sounds good. He continues, but I come home, and paf, I find myself surrounded by endless possibilities. I still do what I love doing, but I feel like something is missing. He continues, I feel like I should be doing more, learning new stuff. I go out with my friends and I hang out with them for hours. I spend time with my family, but I believe there's supposed to be more for me. And then he says, okay, here are my questions. As a person who has his daily schedule dictated by himself, how do you overcome this problem? How do you know how to start your day off, what pursuits you are going after, what skills to develop, how to avoid boredom, and how to keep yourself busy yet enjoying it all? So I thought about this question for a little while, and I thought, okay, how can I really help this guy who wrote in? What can I really offer him? So here we go. I respond to his email and I say, hey, thanks for the warm words. I'm stoked that Sensophy speaks to you. You asked a couple of great questions. How do you know how to start your day off? How do you know what pursuits to go after? How do you know what skills to develop? How do you avoid boredom? And how do you keep yourself busy yet enjoying it? And there's one idea that comes to mind that directly speaks to all of these questions. And that idea, you guessed it, is living on purpose. I'll tell you what I wrote back to him. So I say, when you've got a purpose, you start your day doing the things that you know are most in alignment with your purpose. You know what to pursue, and you know where you want to develop yourself. There's no boredom because you're doing what most excites you, and you have a natural and intrinsic motivation to keep busy. So that begs the question, how do you find your purpose? Now, I like to think of purpose on two different levels. I like to think of it on a micro level and on a macro level. So the micro level is about getting clarity on what your values are, also known as what you care about, and then creating a life where you get to express those as much as possible. It can be simple, for example, like if you love learning and you have to commute to work, well, bring a damn book with you or make it an audio book and engage in what you care about by practicing it on a daily basis. That's the micro level. Now, the macro level is more about the big picture things. It's more about, as I see it, combining your strengths with your passions and using your strengths and your passions in service to something greater than yourself. So this is how I see the macro purpose. I continue in my response to him and I say, psychologists widely accept that we have three psychological needs for motivation: autonomy, connectedness, and competence. And when we look at our macro purpose through this lens of strengths, excitement, and service, we satisfy all those needs. Here's why. When we satisfy our needs for autonomy, we do it because we pursue our passions. We're free to pursue our passions. We satisfy our strengths, our need for competence, by being good at what we do, by using our strengths. And we satisfy our need for connectedness by doing what we love and doing what we're good at in service to something greater than ourselves. So so great. Now we need to get clarity on things like our values, our strengths, our passions, etc. And how do we go about doing that? Well, I'm glad you asked, my friends. So I write back and I give him some example questions. I say basically we get this by really doing some introspection and reflecting on past experiences in our life and figuring out, what do we care about? What do we give a shit about? What is important to us? So here are a couple questions I ask him. What are 5 times in your life, 5, when you felt most alive? If you only had a month left to live, what 5 things would you do? What 5 experiences in your life had the most meaning to you? what would you do if you weren't afraid to fail? If you had $100 million in the bank, what would you do? Not buy. Now, I know it's a pain in the ass to sit and stop and ask yourself these kinds of questions, and society doesn't really, give us props, pat us on the back, and tell us how cool we are for doing this. But if we want to create a really meaningful life where we don't deal with questions like, why am I so bored? What do I do in the morning? I feel like there's something missing in life. This is the type of shit we need to pay attention to. This is the type of stuff that is going to reveal to us our purpose, and over the long haul, over the, next year, 2 years, 10 years, over the period of our life, this is how we're really going to understand who we are, what we care about, and what we want to do. So I end the email by saying, start paying attention to who you are and what you want to become. And if you're looking for more guidance on finding and living your purpose, grab a copy of Living on Purpose, which is a guide that I wrote to help you find and live your purpose in life. And if cash is tight, I offer a pick-your-own-price scholarship, and it thrills me to have people write in and say, Jacob, cash is tight, but I love, what you're talking about. This can really help me. And for me to be able to hook you guys up with whatever price you can afford is a blessing and an honor in my life. So that's a quick check-in. Hope you guys enjoyed this reply to an email that I just got 2 days ago. And if you have any questions yourself, just feel free to email me, jacob@sensophy.com, saying peace from Virginia. You can check out the little pad I'm chilling at. This is my aunt and uncle's crib. Relaxing, maxing, back in the States. Happy to talk to you guys soon. Yeah. Okay. Later. Peace.